iconic. It means to be widely recognized, widely known, or acknowledged for its distinctiveness. So that is why in today's video, I'm going to list out some of the most iconic tattoos that certain individuals have gotten over the last few decades. These are the tattoos that you know right away whose it is, or are the tattoos that literally move the needle, like literally, in inspiring others to get as well. Now, before I start listing out all these tattoos, I want to play a game with you, and that is to think of the 3 most iconic tattoos that you can think of right now. Write them in the comments section and let's see if your list and my list match up together. And if you're feeling ballsy, try 5. Now, I do want to thank Manscape, who are sponsoring today's video. I will talk a little bit about them later on their brand newest product that they just released and how you can save 20% off and get free shipping, but we'll get into that in a bit. So at number 1, we got Justin Bieber's angel wings on the back of his neck. Now, this tattoo is usually gone to signify somebody that you have lost that's very special, as like a guardian angel watching over you. And Justin Bieber's got a lot of memorable and recognizable tattoos, but I think this one tops the list because when he got this back in 2013, I think it just moved the needle for everybody that wanted to get it. Every young boy wanted this tattoo. I know some friends that actually got this tattoo, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought about getting this tattoo. Thankfully I didn't, and I put an alien there instead. So at number 2, we got Tupac's Thug Life tattoo on his stomach. Now for me personally, this is the most iconic tattoo of all time. And that can be up for debate when I mention another all-time great a little bit later. But for me personally, this is definitely the greatest stomach rocker in tattoo history. And that is a hill that I am willing to die on believing. And I also want to share something with you about this tattoo that I guarantee you didn't know. Thug Life was actually an acronym. Tupac said it stood for "The hate you give little infants fucks everyone," with this message standing behind it. Bet you didn't know that about one of the most iconic tattoos of all time by one of the greatest rappers of all time. Now at number 3, we have The Rock, and he's got 2 very iconic tattoos. The first is his very intricate kind of tribal chest piece that mends into a half sleeve. I believe this is honestly one of the most recognizable tattoos in today's time and age. You know right away this is The Rock without even having to see his face. And I believe this needs to make the list just because he made Polynesian tribal style tattooing much more popular. And then his other iconic tattoo definitely needs to be the Brahma Bull. I believe almost every male from the ages of 20 to 50 will recognize this tattoo right away because I just feel it's such a classic. Now, unfortunately, this iconic tattoo has now been covered up with a newer evolution of a bull. But still, even though that tattoo is gone and covered up, a lot of us will still remember it for what it is. And if you guys are wondering what the meaning behind this was, because I know a lot of people don't really know, it is because The Rock is a Taurus. I thought it was because the guy was strong. No, it's just because that's his sign. I'm a Taurus too though. Maybe I should get a tattoo like that. At number 4 for iconic tattoos, we got Rihanna's Egyptian goddess right on her stomach, right below the boobs. Now, she may not have been the first person to do this tattoo or in that specific area, but that does not matter because now whenever I see a tattoo in this area, and more specifically that tattoo, you instantly think of Rihanna right away. And also the amount of females that have gotten that exact tattoo in that exact same spot is too many to count. Next, we got Gucci Mane. Now, a rapper with tattoos is quite common in today's time. I honestly think it's become a prerequisite to have so many tattoos, and there are going to be a couple more rappers that make today's videos list. But Gucci Mane's ice cream cone face tattoo has to be at the top of the list for most iconic face tattoos amongst rappers. I mean, this was such a crazy tattoo that a lot of people questioned his sanity after he got it. And when asked why he got this tattoo, he said, "I just tell them it's my trademark. It represents me being the coldest in the game." Now, I wouldn't say he's the coldest in the game, at least not anymore. But whenever I think of an ice cream tattoo, or I even sometimes just think of ice cream, I think of this tattoo. At number 6, guys, we got Lil Wayne for his teardrop tattoos. Now, Lil Wayne is a great rapper, iconic in himself, with so many tattoos that one would lose count right away, but his teardrop tattoos are the most iconic. And I say that because they are always so apparent, right in your face and noticeable. And whenever you look at him on like an album cover, whether it is him as him or him as a baby, those tattoos strike you right away. Now, there are a couple other rappers that have teardrop tattoos like The Game, Kevin Gates, Birdman. But I think Lil Wayne is the one that brought this to the forefront, made it a lot more known and a lot more popular to get. And now this is a tattoo that you do not want to get because it is still associated with kind of gang banging, gang related stuff, and more importantly, murder. So now I do need to take a quick moment to talk about today's video sponsor, Manscape, who are iconic. in their own way, because they are one of the best and leading brands in men's grooming, especially for your area down there. Now, I have been using Manscape and all their products for a long time now. It's almost going on 2 years, which I can't believe. Time just flying by, and I can say truly, one-on-one with you, I really do enjoy using their product, especially the Lawnmower 4.0. It's something I always tell people about using ever since the beginning when it first touched my balls. Always fun to talk about my balls with my followers and viewers, but since then I have been in love with using this. And because I'm so used to all these features now, I can't, or I won't, go back to using any other trimmer for my guys down there. That is until I heard about the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra that recently just came out. And at first I thought there's no way that it can be better than the 4.0. This is practically perfect in my eyes. But guys, I tried it out and I gotta say, this shit's nice. It's got everything the 4.0 has, but better. It's stronger, just listen to the power, and also it's got a bigger and multi-LED light in it. And something small that I noticed is they even upgraded the teeth and the blade on their skin-safe blades. As you can see, the tips of the blades are tighter and smoother, and I will say, and hopefully Manscaped doesn't knock me for saying this, I tried my best to have something happen down there while using the 5.0 Ultra, and I had nothing. But now finally their biggest upgrade is their new interchangeable skin safe foil blade. And I have never had a more smooth, cleaner area than I did after using these two blades together. Now I can't promise you will love this as much as me, but I can guarantee you will enjoy using this and you will have one of the best trims you have ever had down there. And it works great as an overall body trimmer as well. This thing is great and you will definitely love it. Go ahead to manscaped.com, use the code INK, that is INKED, for 20% off plus free shipping. And if you don't like it by some small chance, they do have a 30-day hassle-free return policy. Now, continuing the list with more rappers and iconic tattoos, at number 7 we have 6ix9ine. Kind of a missed opportunity not to put him at 6 or at 9, but I'd say his face tattoo of a huge 6ix9ine on his forehead definitely deserves to make the list along with all of his other 6ix9ine tattoos. The number is one of the most iconic numbers of all time, and Buddy has that all over his body. Now, it does have a different meaning, but still, you recognize and know right away who has this tattoo, and you kind of think of him now when you think of that number, or at least sometimes. Now, at number 8, let's bring it back to the good old days of the 90s, and this is when tattoos really start to make a push into being more cool and accepted. And if there's one iconic tattoo from this time, it is the barbed wire tattoo. And nobody is more popular or iconic to have this tattoo than Pamela Anderson. Now, I definitely believe she made this tattoo a lot more popular and probably inspired a lot of our parents, uncles, aunts to get this tattoo. And if you know anybody that has this type of tattoo, go ahead and ask them and see if she inspired them to get it, or even if they knew she had this tattoo. Now, at number 9, we got Conor McGregor and his famous chest tattoo. Now, I think this tattoo is an iconic tattoo, one of the most iconic tattoos among athletes, but I also believe a lot of people don't know what it is either. You know the person, you know the tattoo, but you don't know what it is. And what it is a silverback gorilla wearing a crown holding a heart in its mouth. Now, at number 10, we have Steve-O for his portrait of himself on his back. Now, Steve-O was a master at making us laugh. His stunts were always crazy and shocked us a lot of the time, and he did not hold back in surprising us with one of the most iconic tattoos to date. Steve-O tattooed his entire back with a realistic portrait style of himself holding 2 thumbs up saying, "Yeah, I rock," with his signature. Saying it is funny, let alone seeing it. Just go ahead and try to find somebody else that has a tattoo like this of themselves on their back. You're not going to find that. Now, at number 11 for most iconic tattoos of all time, and I don't think there's anybody else in the world that holds a more iconic, recognizable tattoo than Iron Mike Tyson with his tribal face tattoo. This tattoo is so iconic, it even made an appearance in The Hangover 2, one of the greatest movies ever made, where Stu got it tattooed on his face. And a little funny fact about that too is the original artist that did Mike Tyson's tattoo ended up suing Warner Bros. For copyright infringement and actually kind of won a good amount of money off that too. Now, he did get this tattoo back in 2003, and I think ever since then he has held and will continue to hold that spot. Now, comment and let me know what you think about my list, and if there's anybody that you believe needs to be in this video with an iconic tattoo, or anybody in the video that I listed that shouldn't be in the video. And also subscribe, join the community so you can be here along on my journey towards getting a full bodysuit. I am going back with Sandry to start the leg. I have no idea really what I'm doing as of right now, but Go watch this video to see what I'm talking about.